welcome back to the knynman Rog YouTube channel. Today I am here with the Southwest Backpacker, and we are almost 8 weeks to the day that we were last up here, and my good friend here got a little careless, but we won't go into that. We were having fun. Matt got hurt his leg. Leg injury. But Matt says he's good to go. I'm good to go. We're going to take our time, no big rush. We have 5 days and 4 nights.
Yes.
And we're going to go up and take a beautiful hike. We're going to do some fishing and some relaxing and some enjoying nature.
Yep.
What do you think?
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, stay with us. We're going to do it all the way to the Continental Divide this time, right?
Yes.
All
yes.
right.
Looking forward to it.
Yep. Continental Divide or bust.
Continental Divide or bust.
All right, stay with us. Okay, well, we're here at the trailhead. And this is where it all began. It's a little bit like deja vu, huh, Matt?
A little bit like deja vu.
Yeah.
Feels like we were just here.
Seems like it. It wasn't that long ago.
Oh, wait a minute. We were just up here.
Almost 8 weeks to the day.
Yeah.
Take a look at what we got going on here. Horse users. We've seen people riding horses up here. We are going to be in the wilderness, so there's no motorized vehicles at all. And this is a little bit of a map of what we're going to be looking at. Okay, and here we go. Looks like they've had a pretty good rain up here in the last few hours. Everything is a lot greener than when we were here last time. I'm expecting the creeks to have more water in them, which will be kind of nice. See a little more water running down those things. Okay, well, we're getting closer to the lake here. We're on the downhill side here. Coming up off in the distance will be San Gregorio Lake. Down in those trees down there. Not a breath of wind, but we are hearing some rumbling of thunder in the background. So we need to get to camp and put up our tarp and set up some shelter, because if we don't, we're going to get wet. Looks like the lake is down.
All right, we made it to San Gregorio Lake.
It sure is pretty, though. Took us a half an hour to get here. Feeling pretty fresh. But boy, the water sure is down from the last time we were here.
There's been times where I've seen water right up to the trail.
Yeah, but it sure is a lot lower, isn't it? Okay, well, we've decided to stop and take a break. We got the Southwest Backpacker back here somewhere. Back here behind us, putting on his pack.
Get the pack on.
He's right there. There we go. And we're going to move on up to the next trail junction. And if it's not raining, we're going to move on up to the next one. But yeah, so here we go. Got the lake back here behind us. It sure is pretty. We got thunder rumbling in the background. And yeah, check that out. All right, Matt, you ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this.
All right, away we go. Okay, so as we're walking up the trail here, Matt, the Southwest Backpacker, had a great eye, and look at the berries that he has in front of him. They're wild raspberries.
Wild raspberries.
And they're delicious. They're a little bit bitter,
but they're ripe.
But they are ripe and they are good. And this is a huge wild raspberry patch, and there's not a whole lot of them. There's a few of them here and there, but I'm suspecting the bears have probably been gorging on these things.
Kind of foraging around for them, yeah.
Yep.
There's not much in here. There is a few.
Pretty cool.
Nice, delicious trail treat.
Yep, and look at the threatening clouds up above too.
Yep. We got moisture coming in.
It looks like. Okay, well, we've come to our next trail junction, and we're gonna stop here, I think, for the night. The other spot we were thinking about is another half hour to 45 minutes up the trail, and from looking at the looks of these clouds, I think that maybe we better set up camp here and get ready to prepare for a little bit of rain. But this is a good spot. We're, I'm going to say, a couple of miles in from the truck in the San Pedro Parks Wilderness. Okay, well, we made it to camp, and that's the direction that we came in on. And there's the trail junction right there. That's going to be the trail right there that we're going to take up to the parks. But we thought this would be a good place to stop and hang out for the night. And this is going to be my quarters for the night. We're doing the hammock and the tarp thing, and I think the tarp is going to come in handy because rain is definitely threatening in the area for sure. So that's where I'm going to be crashing it for tonight. I'm tired. I know I'm going to sleep good. And over there in the trees is where we're going to probably build a fire and have a place to sit down and relax, have a beer. Matt's got his stuff all nice and camouflaged over there, nice and pretty.
Feel free to have a look if you like.
All right, check it out.
War bonnet ridge runner hammock.
A war bonnet ridge runner hammock.
Fly tarp.
And what kind of tarp?
It's called the War Bonnet Superfly tarp.
War bonnet superfly tarp. And I was looking at it. It's pretty neat.
10 by 12.
It's a 10 by 12. And we'll take a peek inside here and see what he's got going on. Yeah, he's got a bridge hammock. That is the ticket. That is the ticket for sure. Sure is nice and pretty and green. Uh-oh, Matt's setting up his chair. Looks like we're getting serious now.
Getting some campsite luxuries right here.
That's right.
Definitely not a necessity, but the older you get,
it's worth the extra pound and a half to carry.
I believe so. This
Heck
is a
yes.
really good thing to have at camp, and after hiking a bunch of miles, this feels good to be able to plop your ass down in a chair.
Sure does, and I got mine already set up here. I think the next thing that we're going to do is probably have a beer and build a fire and rest the feet for a little bit.
Yes.
Looks like we're set. All right.
Up.
Then up in the morning and off to the next spot.
Yes, sir.
I think tomorrow's supposed to be extra rainy, but we'll see what happens. All right, well, I think we've called it a night. I've had a few drinks, but this is where I'm sleeping tonight. I know the lighting's not that great, but this is it. I'm going to drop my shoes here, and this is where I'm going to be sleeping tonight. I think we're going to be okay. I don't think the rain is going to be a threat, but yeah, this is it. And tomorrow morning we're going to get up and head on out and do another 3.5, 4 miles. And we're going to be where we're going to be. We're going to catch some fish and move on even farther. Alright, well, good morning. It's the morning of day 2. We just had a little bit of oatmeal and some coffee and started to break things down here. My first night in a hammock, I can say, was a little bit uncomfortable. I think we can improve on that for tonight. But yeah, I got my gear scattered all over here. We're going to start packing up and heading out. Beautiful night last night. No wind. It was cloudy, so it was super just pitch dark. And it's cloudy this morning, and I'm thinking that we have a pretty good threat of rain coming on. So we're going to try to pack up and get up to our next spot so we can set up before we get drenched, because I think it's going to happen. So it's time to get all this stuff packed up. I'm going to have to go down to the creek and filter out some water so I have some drinking water for the hike. But other than that, I think we're going to be good to go. Okay, we're in the morning of day 2. We've got all our gear packed up and packs are ready to roll. I think Matt's ready to go. I'm ready to go. We're going to hike up to our next spot, probably about a 3.5-4 mile hike.
That's what I'm thinking, about 3 miles or so.
The nice thing about it is it's drizzly.
Yes.
It's nice and cool. It's a perfect, I think, day for hiking.
Perfect day for hiking.
So
you can ask for better temperatures, I think.
I think so.
Yeah,
got down to, what did you say, 42 last night?
I think it was 42 degrees last night.
It was a beautiful night in the woods. I slept like a baby.
Yeah, I did pretty good too.
Yep. All right, well, we're going to load up these packs and head out. All right, we're leaving camp. Of course, the trailhead is right down there. The other direction heads up the Damien Trail, and we are on the Rio Las Bacchus San Pedro Parks Trail. And this is it. And away we go. Try to get a ways up here before the rain sets in, huh? Okay, so as we were walking along the trail, we came across a huge patch of wild raspberries, and we couldn't help but stop and partake in some of these beautiful raspberries. They are delicious, aren't they?
It was a good breakfast treat on the trail.
Heck yeah! And as you can see, they're all over in here. Just depends on how bad you want to get in there to get them. But I'm suspecting we're going to see a lot more as we go, and they are delicious.
They are delicious.
Heck yes. As you can see, there are wild raspberries growing all along the trail. So this is slowing us down a little bit because we just can't resist. Can't resist eating all these berries that are just right here. They are delicious. Look at all those berries in there. Yum. Okay, we're walking up the Rio Las Bacchus Trail here. The woods are getting thick. The trail's got a little bit of a grade to it. And this is the Rio Las Bacchus Creek. And as you can tell, it's pretty low. Even with all the rain that they've had, it seems to be a little bit lower than what we have seen it in the past. Still looking for fish. Haven't seen any fish yet, but they're there.
Get up to those deeper pools.
Yep, we'll get up to the deeper pools, and then we'll have a chance for sure to
find the
catch a
grand cutthroat trout.
That's right, and I think we may have some Rio Grande cutthroat trout for dinner tonight.
Keep my fingers crossed.
We can avoid the rain.
Yep.
You can tell they've had quite a bit of rain up here. This trail is, I wouldn't say muddy, but it's pretty water soaked, for sure. Alright, as we're moving up the Bacchus Trail, I think I see a trail sign up here ahead, which is a sign that we've completed another step in this hike. Yep, and there it is. A little bit muddy here, so we're having to be cautious on this trail. Here we are, Upper Clear Creek and Lucero Trails. This way. And we are gonna continue on the Bacchus Trail up this direction. It's nice and cool. Alright, we're coming out of the thick stuff now. It's starting to open up a little bit. Look at all the wildflowers all over. Yep. Yeah, the rain's done them some good, hasn't it? And as you can see, I am sweating like crazy. The humidity, the dew point, it's just wet in the air. Everything's wet. No rain, but everything's just damp wet. Well, okay, we made it to our next campsite. We're about 5.5 miles in, and it's raining, and it's been raining most of the day. It was raining pretty good when we got here, but everything sure is pretty and green. And looking back up to the north, it's a pretty view. And to get ourselves out of the rain, we decided to come down here and hunker down underneath these trees. We got our gear all scattered out, hung out to dry. Everything I had was wet. I'm pretty much dried off now. Matt built this nice little fire
Staying warm
for us to stay warm and dry. It's probably about 50 degrees out.
Yeah.
And we were all wet, so we're drying things out and just kind of hoping that the rain goes away so we can set up camp a little bit here. I think maybe in a few minutes we may hike up the side of the hill to retrieve what gear is left from when we were here a while back, 8 weeks ago.
Yep.
We'll do that next.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if there's the food, if the food is still there, we're gonna have plenty to eat this entire trip.
Yep,
so
eating will be good tonight for sure.
We'll be eating really healthy tonight, no doubt.
That's right. Well, we just made it back from across the creek to go see if the gear and food and everything else that we left behind, see if it was still there. I thought the animals would have gotten into it and eaten it, but we went up to the side of the mountain, and there's our bag. It has one hole in the side, but I think I was the one who did that when I was stashing the bag to begin with, so I don't think anything's touched it. So we've got food. What else is in there, Matt?
I've got a battery pack in there, bunch of food. I think I've got a bottle of tequila in there.
Tequila?
Yes.
Oh, well, I say we break into this bag.
Hey, it's happy hour.
It is way past happy hour.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I think we've deserved it for being able to hike as far as we did in the rain today. And yeah, got a nice fire going. We're in lounge mode. Let's take a salute.
Yep, I agree. It was a little bit of a challenging hike in the rain, but it wasn't raining that hard. It was it was misty and piddling, but the trail was super slippery and muddy from the rain they've had in the past. But
dropped the temperatures down just a little bit, which feels really nice right now.
Yep, it does.
Feels good to be around a fire.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, this is like Christmas out in the wilderness.
Tear open that bag.
Let's see what we get.
I think I'll be having something else other than ramen tonight, because I know I left some food in there.
Well,
chili mac and beef.
Chili mac and beef, which is absolutely delicious. Probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
We've got another one of my favorites, the Louisiana red beans and rice.
Louisiana red beans and rice.
With New Mexico chili in there.
Yep, I have never had that. I think that's going to be my dinner for tonight.
You're going to like that one.
Yep.
What else we got in here? We got some beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
Yeah, some tenders. Beef tenders.
All right.
We've got, we've got a whole bag full of stuff that I had to shed. And this is tequila.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Urine in a bottle, but no, that is tequila.
That is
good tequila.
That is San Pedro Punch aged tequila.
Yes.
Or San Pedro Parks aged tequila.
Here's what I stashed in the bag that I put. Oh my God. There's so much weight in there. I've got a stove. There's a camp stove in there. I've got trail mix.
Food.
We got food, trail mix, rope. I got my fishing gear.
Fishing gear.
Oh yes. Pin rod. It is there. But I can see why I stashed all of this. This has got quite a bit of weight to it. That camp stove, battery pack.
Battery pack's
got a lot.
Why did you leave that here?
57. I left it simply because of the weight.
Because of the weight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got uncrushed crackers, which is good because I destroyed my crackers on the way up.
Mine were crumbly too.
We got oatmeal, plenty of oatmeal. We've got red licorice.
Golly.
Oh man, we're
gonna be eating good.
Warhead, sour candy. We've got squeezed cheese. Oh my goodness, we got flavor crystals.
Crystals.
Jolly Rancher flavor crystals. This will be good for some San Pedro Parks punch.
Right, when cocktail hour rolls around. Yep.
And it looks like, we've got your sleeping bag in there.
That's a tent.
Yep.
Yep, I left that tent behind.
And
so
I think that's it as far as what's in the bag there.
Okay, well, geez.
That's
looks like we could start eating.
I think we should start eating.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's feast.
Yeah, replace some of the 5,000 calories that I burned carrying that heavy backpack up the side of that mountain.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Seriously.
no doubt.
I'm glad it's all here.
Yep.
It's well worth coming back up to get it.
Thumbs up.